Good evening, YouTube. Me and my furry companion here. She loves this spot, but only in the summertime. Are bringing to you tonight another Transformers reveal. Bing bang right in a row here. Almost, kind of. Quicker than the usual. Tonight's reveal is another Autobot vehicle. I like to say it like that. Another one of the crew that was originally aboard the Ark when it crash landed on Earth and was brought back to life by Teletran 1 in that first kind of skirmish when everything was awoken in the mid-80s there. And this particular character, though, is a bit, at least at first, was a bit on the shady side, at least as far as his comrades were concerned. Let's just get right to it. The Autobot in question is Mirage. Now, the reason I say he's a bit shady to his comrades, at least at first, was because Mirage was a reluctant Autobot, let's just say. He was kind of the guy who didn't really maybe all that believe in the cause. He wasn't really into the war. All he wanted to do was go back to Cybertron. And so his kind of aloofness towards the Autobot cause made a lot of his comrades kind of question his faithfulness to the Autobots and whether they could trust him and stuff like that. So, and in terms of his actual abilities and potential, he was actually a very good warrior, and he had a very unique ability. Just like Hound, he could create holograms to a limited degree, I believe, but his main talent was, in taking with his name, is that he could disappear and then reappear somewhere else. So he was kind of like visually confusing. And let's run a clip right now that will kind of get you used to how he looked in the show and demonstrate also a little bit of questionability by his Autobot comrades, just where he went, what he's up to, and then also really showcase his special ability in this clip. So here it is.
You're finished, Megatron. Call it off. Call it off. Never time. You and every last Autobot would be destroyed. To the space cruiser. It's over, Prime. We've lost. No, not yet. Sideswipe. Give me your rocket pack.
My rocket pack?
Now!
Yeah, right.
This is crazy, Prime. You'll never catch it. I'll be back, Jazz. It's done! We've seen the last of the Autobots and Optimus Prime!
Not yet, Megatron. Prime is right behind us.
It's impossible! Open the artillery hatch! Fire!
You got him! You got him!
Soundwave! Full throttle! We're going home! Our home! It's Prime! He's been hit!
He's out of control.
Don't move, Prime! We'll take care of you! I'm fine. I'm all right.
Let Ratchet check you out.
I said I'm fine!
You did all anyone could do, Prime.
I don't know. Maybe. Where's Mirage?
That's strange. I saw him before, during the fight.
He's gone now.
At last, total victory. victory is within my grasp.
Not yours, Megatron. Mine.
I see that you have learned nothing, Starscream.
Wrong! I've learned a great deal. I won't miss this time.
Beware, Starscream. If you dispose of me, there will always be someone waiting to dispose of you.
Let them try. I've waited for this moment a long time, Megatron. And my time is now.
Autobot invader. Autobot invader. Extinction to all traitors! Space cruiser losing power. Do something, Soundwave! Regain control! Control impossible. Prepare for impact.
We're going to crash. We'll be destroyed.
No! You can't let us crash, Soundwave! Do something! Do something! I'll say hello to Prime for you, Megatron. Happy landing! Stop him! They're going to crash.
The Decepticons are gone. Our path is clear now.
They were on their way to Cybertron. Must have been a mechanical failure.
I don't think it was a mechanical failure, Jazz. Look.
Mirage! You did it! You stopped the Decepticons!
We knew you were anxious to get back to Cybertron, but at least you could have waited for us.
Sorry, Prime. The ship was full.
Well done, Mirage.
Well, let's get back to the base. We have a ship of our own to repair.
Can I go back to Cybertron with you?
Maybe you better ask your father.
Can I, Dad?
Only if I can go with you.
All right, let's go home.
Autobots, transform!
So there you get a sense of kind of a little bit of everything that I was talking about with Mirage. But after that point in that episode there, he became more of a trusted fixture around the Autobot camp. Let's also have a look at his original G1 toy from the mid-'80s. I never had this, but I knew some buddies that had it. I didn't have a lot of those original Autobots, which always kind of upset me a little bit. I had kind of a later wave of Transformers and some more obscure characters. And Mirage was one of the ones that I would always play with at my buddy's house because I thought he was kind of neat. So here's a look at what he looked like way back in the day. The 80s toy was pretty cool, and it was very easy to transform if I remember correctly. But this toy, I think, just based on some pictures of the actual toy I've seen online, is going to be pretty fantastic. And as you'll notice here, this box is a little bit different. So of all the reveals I've done so far, all but 2 of them, plus a few more that I had already opened long before I started doing these video series. There's a handful of those that haven't appeared on here, but all of those, with the exception of 2 characters up until now, have been all the Takara, Tomy, whatever, Masterpiece series characters. And there's only been 2 that have been different. The first one I believe was Jazz, and I'm not sure which company released him. And then the second one was the Autobot Powerglide, the plane, and he was a different company from Jazz. So those 2 characters are different from the Masterpiece line of toys, but they're all Masterpiece scale. So they fit right into the look and feel of all the other characters. I couldn't find them in the Masterpiece series, so I just had to kind of, take what you can get, right? And then this too, although it's a third different type of company, it's also Masterpiece scale, so it's going to fit right in with all the other ones. I mean, hopefully, we'll see. But that being said, let's see. Let's see what's in here. I really got to start remembering to bring scissors when I do these. But what the hell, it's one piece of tape. he's in robot mode. Yep, and as I assumed, 2 accessories he came with. So here's the man himself. And these ones actually, it looks like they're rubber tires instead of plastic like the Masterpiece ones. But yeah, as you can see here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like the same size as the other Autobot cars sort of thing. So everything is, you know, within that same kind of realm, right? And then he comes with, of course, his hand blaster. And then he has one shoulder-mounted weapon, which is right here. So that must fit up in there somehow, somewhere. Maybe right there. Yeah, so that's how that goes. And of course, his hand blaster. And that is Mirage right there. He looks pretty neat. He's maybe not as... I love the rubber tires. I really like that. But he maybe seems not quite as detailed as the Masterpiece versions, but still right all in that same kind of ballpark there, and pretty fantastic looking because he's a pretty iconic character. Everybody can recognize good old Mirage. And let's see, no matter what line it seems to be, they all seem to come with these character cards, which is pretty cool. This one's heavy, thick. Love that artwork, yo! You probably get tired of me saying that, but I do love that artwork. This one seems like it's going to be a simpler transformation too. I mean, we'll see, but yeah, there it is. So let's get this bad boy transformed into car mode so we can see what that looks like, and then I'll of course have to put him back into robot mode. But I much prefer when they come in car mode because then it's easier, because I like to keep them in robot mode, so it's easier to just do the one transformation rather than the one and back. But it is what it is. Let's get them done. So there you have it. Mirage. Now you see him, now you don't. I like this toy. It's a really well built toy. I feel that it's a little more flimsy than the Masterpiece series though. I really find the Masterpiece series do the best job of overall. The Jazz character was really good in the fact that a lot of it was metal, like it was really heavy duty, but it also didn't transform that well. I don't think I ever got him into his Porsche mode, so that was kind of disappointing. This one's kind of a good compromise between the Masterpiece and the Jazz. He was easy to transform. He's got the nice rubber tires like I like. He looks really good. He's a little bit loose in a few spots, and he's got, when he goes into car mode, I couldn't quite get the back end fused with the front end, so there was a little bit of a gap there. I'm sure if I fiddled around with it long enough, I'd figure out what was wrong and get it done, but I don't want to break them. You know, paying 70, 80 bucks a pop for these things and then just breaking them the day you open them up, right? I'm not into that, you know? So so overall, not quite as good as the Masterpiece line, but close. And as you can tell, like, that's going to be an awesome add to the shelf. A major character for the Autobots that everybody probably remembers who watched the G1 show, and he looks fantastic. So I will put him down there with all of his brethren, and the next one that's on its way is the start of somebody who's going to be a little bit bigger. And these last 4 characters I have over the next little while are going to be pretty awesome, so stay tuned.